Hello everyone, and welcome to another smartphone review. Today we have the Elephone P9000 mobile phone, which comes very nice packed. This is empty, but this is what I'm calling nice. It's a plastic box which has the specifications printed here, so you can pause the video if you want to read them. You can see it has an octa-core CPU, 4 GB of RAM. It uses a Sony sensor for taking pictures, an LG screen, so it has a very good configuration. But we'll put it to the test to see how it performs, because that's more important than talking about it. In the box we get the phone looking like this. Simple, black, feels very nice in the hand. It's slim, it has a brushed aluminium side, speakers, it uses a Type-C connector, USB connector, headphone jack, volume keys, one button here and has an extra button here, and a SIM slot card here which uses the additional pin. Also has a fingerprint sensor, and here it has dual LEDs for better coloring when taking pictures, and here has a laser for aiding focusing. It measures distance, so the camera will focus faster when taking pictures. Right, so in the box we get a card that we are recommended to buy, to order their original charger, which is express charger. So this one does not come with a charger, not even a standard one. We have a small basic manual which is in English, and it has other languages also, right? And we also get, of course, Type-C USB cable, right, and a pin to take the slot out. It doesn't use the regular pin, but it's something more big and bulky. And we also get a nice silicone cover, back cover for it, which is good, considering that we don't get even a standard charger. Now let's move on to the phone. Regarding the pin for taking out the micro SD card and the SIM cards, this has this specific shape, as if you want to take it with you and not lose it, you can actually plug it into the headphones jack like this. It does not work like a switch or button, but you can keep it with you. So in case you need to take the tray out, you always have the pin. This also fits other phones, so it's kind of universal, and it's a good feature, but I will probably not use it or end up losing it anyway. First thing to notice on this phone, it's the very narrow bezel of the screen, so it's almost the screen almost ends at the side of the phone, which is a nice design. And the screen has very good colors. Let's see if it's on full brightness. No, it is not, so it can be even brighter than this. Seems very nice at touch. It reacts very fast, and it should at this configuration. Let's take a quick look in its settings to see some more information about it. So we have turbo download options, which can use 4G, 3G networks and Wi-Fi all together to download faster. So that's an extra. You have this Harley Quinn LED, which can be programmed to flash different colors for different activities. Of course, we have here battery saver application and battery optimization. We can force or prevent some apps from syncing. Packet dial. There are not a lot of customizations, extra customization. We do have some system motion, which is you can predefine some other quick settings. So it has some things different, like laser focus. This will aid you when taking pictures, will help the camera focus faster. Background task cleaner. Alright, about the phone, runs Android 6 and it's Elephone P9000, and you can see it's a relatively new build. There's also the date here, so it's nice. Hopefully this will get updates in the future. Also, what I noticed, this does not have the back buttons or menu buttons here, and if you want to make back key press, you will swipe from the middle button to the right, and that means back. So it's kind of a shortcut without the button. I'm not really a fan of that. I would like better a tiny LED button here just to press it and go back, but we'll manage to work without that. Keeping this pressed, we have a task manager here. I did install some apps on it for tryout, so we'll start with the benchmark to see what scores it will obtain. The test is over and we got 50,000 points. This is roughly about 50% of the performance of the highest performing smartphones or tablets until now. So it's somehow average performance, but it's good performance in this phone. And it doesn't mean that it will perform bad, and it probably will be sufficient for all that you can run with it, but that's just a synthetic test which gives a result. I'm going to go on with 3D Mark now. The test is finished, and we get some good news that this is one of the most powerful devices around and everything seems to be working normally, which is hopefully good. I don't know, because I saw that on other mobile phones lately, so maybe I have just tested fast phones, but we'll never know. Here are the details if you want to pause and look at them. The test is now finished and you can compare the score with what's on the market. I'm going to move on to Asphalt 8 game, which is one of the most demanding, to see how it performs there. Let's see how Asphalt 8 runs. First I'm going to check the settings, and display settings, it's on highest quality, so we'll see if the configuration can handle that. And let's do a quick race. I'm observing some shuttering. It's not perfectly fluid. There's something that it's holding it back. It is playable, but I wish it was smoother than that. Regardless of that, I'm going to try to win the race. And I'm taking them out of the competition. No more nitro. But who needs nitro? And I'm first. So the game works, but not entirely perfect. There are some shattering moments. I wish those weren't present, so I can give it top rating on this game. Let's now take a quick look over the camera application and settings. So the camera launches pretty fast, but let's see what it can do. First, we have here a lot of presets, color presets and effects. We can apply and live preview. We have of course a picture-in-picture mode where you can picture yourself over the other picture, so you are practically using both cameras together. You have panorama mode when you pan the phone and it will stitch multiple pictures. And in the setting menu you have an option to geotag the photos. You have options to manually adjust the exposure, the white balance, and of course for camera and video you have separate settings. You have zero shutter delay, you have image anti-shake option, face detection, gesture shot. But what's interesting more in this menu is the raw option, where you will save an uncompressed file, read out from the image sensor, and that kind of image you can heavily process on Photoshop or editing software, so you can obtain much better results than from a regular file. Of course, you have birdshot and other things like that. Resolution can go up to 30 megapixels. The format, it's full screen or standard, and you can also set the sensitivity for taking pictures. In video you have noise reduction, once again electronic image stabilization to make videos less shaky, and that's about it. You also have a time-lapse interval option, and video quality doesn't state resolution, but this will change the resolution. Fine, this will be full HD video, and the rest are probably less, like HD and sub HD quality. Now I'm going to add some photos and videos taken with the camera for you to see its quality. So those were taken with this phone's camera, and they seem to be very okay. One last thing I want to say about this phone and its Android operating system. I like the fact that it comes without a lot of apps that you do not need. Actually, it comes pretty clear of Chinese application like you found on most phones. Almost any major phone maker these days tries to give you their applications which you will probably never use, and when you power on the phone it will ask you 1000 questions and wants to configure each app. This one comes really clear. You only have a pedometer function, an Elephone cloud service which hasn't asked me something and it's not bothering me being there, a flashlight application, so it's basically only what's minimum needed to start using the phone, nothing more, nothing less. You do have a file manager. On some Android phones that came with Android 5 version you didn't have a file manager like on a Motorola, so you had to go online and download file manager if you wanted to find your files. So this has just the basics to get you started, and it works fine. It's now to be seen how much the battery will last and how it performs in daily life, not in synthetic benchmarks. But for now I like its feeling and how it responds to my needs. Until next time, bye bye.